All right, if I could have your attention for a minute. We are ready to start the evening, and I think you're in for a wonderful night. We've prayed for the evening. First thing I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce Russ Klein. Russ, you want to stand up so people, if you don't know Russ Klein, this is Russ Klein. Yeah, give him a round of applause. For those of you that don't know, Russ will be taking over as the new managing partner in 2022. And we are super excited to have him step into this role and know that he's going to do a fantastic job. So if you don't know Russ, I would encourage you to come up, introduce yourself to him, say hello, slip him some money. He would like that. So a couple of things we've learned through this entire process that are important. One is to realize that a ministry is the Lord's, it's not ours, okay? It's the Lord's ministry, and so we want to continue, and that is our focus. Another thing that's the focus is, how do we make sure that we fulfill the mission of the Barnabas Group? How do we make sure that we fulfill the mission of the Barnabas Group? And I talk about this at each meeting to introduce it to our guests, but really the mission of the Barnabas Group, if I could encapsulate it, is to provide a platform that allows the Holy Spirit to draw partners and attendees closer to the Lord so that they are blessed as they bless the kingdom. And we do this by connecting leaders and changing lives. And we do it not only through these, what we call summits tonight. We have 4 of these a year. But we also do these through the many networking breakfasts and networking dinners we have. We do several of those. We do 4, 5, 6 seminars a year that are very well attended. We do probably a dozen SWAT team meetings. We have a coaching program. Russell mentioned later on tonight. And we've got a new event called Ignite 2021, which will be coming up later this year. But there's all kinds of ways that you have to draw closer to the Lord and through the people that you meet at these tables. So if you were invited here tonight by a partner, we hope that you decide at the end of the evening that you want to be part of this group. We would love to have you do that. I mentioned Ignite 2021. Ignite 2021 was supposed to be Ignite 2020, but something happened. I forget what it was now. But we decided to move it out ahead. It is going to be Monday night, October 11th. Monday night, October 11th. And we started out with 57 ministries, and it took 4 months of judging. Gilles Gravel and John Lynn trained those 30-some judges to do this judging, and they spent a lot of time. They took that 57, they whittled it down to 20, and then they did video interviews with every one of them that they went through and judged on probably 20 different criteria, and they got it down to the final 5. And those final 5 ministries will present on the evening of Monday, October 11th, and they'll present a couple of different times. They'll do some Q&A with a panel as well as present themselves. It'll be a very different meeting than this. We will have hors d'oeuvres outside. We'll come in. We'll be sitting different theater style. You'll find it a totally different experience. So I hope that you plan on coming. That evening is going to be co-sponsored and co-worked with Priority Living, the Master's Program, Convene, National Christian Foundation, Word for Asia, and the Optivest Foundation. So we are excited to partner with them and to have them be a piece of that as well. We'd ask that you bring your friends. We're going to ask that we would hope every person who attends that night will donate $250 or more to one or more of the ministries that will present that night. Now, we don't check who donated, so we don't know how much, but we're hoping that we can donate a really incredible amount so that the ministries that leave with money that they can go out and really bless the kingdom with, through your efforts. So put that on your calendar now. We want to make that a huge success. It's going to be our first one that we've done. If you'd pick up the handouts that are on your place there, that would be great. By the way, I just looked down there. I saw some of the books down there. Make sure you take those books, okay? Rick, number 1, does not want to take those home. He doesn't want to take them home so badly that he actually hid in one of those books a certificate for $1,000. Okay, but you're going to have to go through and really look through that book to find it, so you're going to want to take that book home with you, all right? So, all right, if you turn to page 3, it talks about our feedback forms, and I've got that up on the screen there. At the end of every ministry presentation, we will ask you to fill that feedback form out. And that's our connection on how to get connected with that ministry. There's numbers across the top, 0 to 5. If you want them to call you right away, you'll circle 5. If you want to just pray for them, that's 0. And that helps them know who that they need to call and connect with first, okay? That helps them prioritize that. Print your name, your email address, and your phone number legibly. That means it's so that they can read it. And then drop those forms. We'll have trays out front for each ministry, and put those in the trays so that they can pick those things up, and they will be in contact with you in a couple of days. So we'll give you a minute at the end of every presentation to have a chance to, we'll pray for that ministry, and then we'll give you a chance to fill those forms out. And when you fill those forms out, you don't have to do every one, but if you want to encourage them, if they said something that challenged you or told you some statistics maybe you didn't know, let them know that, because that's a big help to them as they prepare these presentations for future presentations. But let them know that. If you know somebody that they should contact because they would be a perfect fit for their ministry, give them their name, their contact information, and let them know why they should contact that person so that they do. The other thing, call them back. If they call you, call them back. On page 5, there's some information on our SWAT team. Alan Weisenberger is here. Where's Alan at? Alan is down here at the very far end. We do about 12 or 13 of those a year. I think we've got 2 or 3 coming up right now. And those are fantastic ways to get on a Zoom call with 10 or 12 other barmers group partners and sit down and use your business acumen to help ministries figure out situations and problems that they're working on. And I can promise you, you may say, well, gee, I just don't have any of that experience. You will get on that call and you will bless somebody by being on that call. So I would encourage you, if you have never done a SWAT team meeting, do it. It's 75 minutes, and it'll be you don't need to drive any place, you don't need to park. I mean, it's a pretty easy thing, the Zoom. On page 6, there's some information on Heritage Christian College. They'll be presenting tonight. They have a virtual golf event coming up. And if you're a golfer, that's a fun thing to be involved in. We've got 3 barmers group teams already entered in it, but I'd like to get some more. It's not expensive. It's $400. You pick the course you play at. You can play down here at Costa del Sol, or you can pick Pelican Hill. So you can pick a tough course or an easy course and play, and then you get drawn with a pro partner at the Open, add all the scores together, and you might win something. So support them with that virtual golf. On page 8, there talks about our Barmers Group app. And I would hope that if you're a Barmers Group partner that you've downloaded that app. It's easy. I've downloaded the app. I could actually help you if you need help with downloading the app. That's how easy it is, okay? Even a fool can do it, all right? So if you can, it'll help you if you want to go to an event. You can push a button. It'll give you directions. It'll send you reminders about the events that you signed up for. And you can actually even access all of the feedback forms and the ministry forms that are on those handouts are on that app tonight. So if you haven't downloaded that app, please do and start using it. Register for events. Networking breakfast. We've got 2 networking breakfasts coming up. We've got one here May 19th. We have 40 people signed up to come to Pancakes or Us. Okay, go figure. All right, Pancakes or Us at Costa Mesa on May 19th. And then on June 9th, we're going to go up to the city of Orange to Woody's Diner. 7:30, we'll have another networking breakfast. So if you're up in that neck of the woods and you want to sign up for that, I encourage you to do that. Page 10, Mark Green and Brad Formsma are going to do a seminar on stewardship, which should be fascinating. Mark Green is one of the owners of Hobby Lobby, and they give away a lot of money, and they're going to talk about how to be good stewards of what God's given you. That'll be Tuesday, May 25th from 8 to 9, and that'll be a Zoom call. So we've got over 100 people already signed up for that call right now. So make sure you get on that call. You want to hear that. Page 13, Dream Master Weekend. Kurt just wrote me and told me that the weekend that they had this summer is full, but their October weekend is still got openings. So if you're interested in the Dream Master Weekend, October is the date you want to look at. Integrated Recovery, page 15. I get asked a lot of times, people want to ask me about where do I send a friend or whatever for addictions or trauma or issues like that. Ron Gellis is a Barmers Group partner, and there's information in there about integrated recovery, which you could use to help friends that are in needs. There's also a seminar coming up on June 15th with Jim Burns on how to parent your adult children. Okay, for most of us, boy, that's a subject that we need. We also are going to do a breakfast with Core 300. That's on Thursday, May 20th, and that is, I promise you, 35 minutes. We are on there and off in 35 minutes. It's a great way to meet a ministry, to support them. It's at 8 a.m. in the morning. It's a Zoom call. You should be getting emails on that, but if you don't, just let me know, and I'll get you an email on the breakfast with by the way, you buy your own breakfast. It's in your own house, so there you go. But it's Breakfast with Core 300. All right. Keynote speakers in August of this year, we got Jim Daly from Focus on the Family is going to be with us. And then November of 21, we've got a couple of unknowns. Kara Powell, who is at Fuller. Kara's a very gifted speaker. If you've ever heard Kara speak, you'll wonder why you never had teachers like that in college. And then Alistair Begg will be here with us as well.